Hi guys, this is Benjamin Breaker Novotny, aka Breaker, aka being good to my Chinese fans. I just thought I'd give you guys a few thoughts on where things are going with the Chinese scene as well as the Taiwanese scene recently in StarCraft 2. So here are my thoughts. Basically, first and foremost, I want to bring your attention to something that has, basically, it had my eyes lasering the right side of let me see here. It had me lasering the right side of my screen for the longest time. Let me see if I can bring it up. Hang on just a second. Alright, and I just wanted to upload this without getting any logos from the original, from scene number 1 here. Anywho, there it is. IG Maxed. Third best player worldwide outside of Korea. At least this is according to the Team Liquid player database. But this is mostly, thankfully, due to his performance at all of these gaming events that are not, say, outside of China. I'm not sure about this one. If I had some more information, this is actually the 2012 NVIDIA Gaming Festival. I'm not sure what this is all about, but there's a bunch of other Chinese players here. So, and there is MVP. MVP's Korean, my mistake. But, and here's what especially grabs my attention. Hui was here. Hui is actually the only other player in Taiwan to actually make it to GM since the Taiwan and Korea server merge. And to see that Maxed came out in first place on this, it doesn't shock me, it doesn't appall me, but it opens my eyes to his performance. I mean, we saw before in the, what do you call it? I forgot, there was a news article not too long on the front page of TeamLiquid.net. It was basically about the aftermath of the Battle.net World Championships, and it had it basically had a summary of where things are. It had a summary of where things were. Come on, where is it? I can't find it. It basically had a summary of where things were after the Battle.net World Championships with the Chinese scene in StarCraft. And yes, true, the biggest problem with StarCraft 2 is that, well, it's basically going against the traditional culture of Chinese gaming, which is finding a free way to play games, be it piracy or other methods. But I mean, the thing is, the overall problem that we have going thus far with the Chinese scene is, it's, relatively speaking, it's expensive. From what I understand, when I was living in Kunming back in, let me think here, this was 2008, from summer 2008 to summer 2009, I had learned that basically a lower level person at McDonald's would make like 600 RMB a month, and that is their currency, RMB, renminbi. And to get a full account for Battle.net, it's basically 90 RMB. I got a friend to help me out, and when he came back from Beijing last summer, he bought me a couple of China Telecom cards, and I used those to register a full account for StarCraft 2. Now, I mean, just going back to the minimum wage thing, some provinces, yeah, that's a lot of money. As you can see, 90 RMB, if you're making 600 a month, is a lot. But ultimately, the biggest problem is, I mean, if there was just simply to be, say, LAN support, I mean, at least then there would be a free-to-play method for StarCraft 2, and it would have at least grown a little bit more in the Chinese scene. That's the biggest problem that's going against it right now. I'm not saying that StarCraft 2 should become free-to-play in China, because then it should become free-to-play in America. You know, I mean, everyone's going to hold their fists up and say, hey, what's this? I'm paying for it. I'm paying for it. But these guys, they get it for free? What's that all about? And, I mean, the price difference between Brood War and the price difference between a copy of Brood War in China and the price difference between a copy of Brood War in America really wasn't that big towards the end of the Brood War scene. It was like, what, $5 US for a CD key when the beta was out? When the SC2 beta, that is, was out. And I mean, basically the whole reason why it's free to play is because it had LAN support, and sometimes you would go to an internet cafe, and there would be as many as, say, I don't know, 200 computers there. So if you could just find someone on the local LAN, or find a way to exploit a network and make it use a third-party network to exploit a LAN, which I've done before myself, at least at these internet cafes, then like there's just an endless ooze of players you can run against or run up against. The thing is, when I did play Brood War back when I was in China, it was like I would mostly play the fastest maps. There was really, you know, even on the LAN, it was really difficult to find, say, a competitive method to play ladder style games. And the thing is, I just never really got into LAN in Brood, or not LAN, but ladder in Brood War. But let's go back to Maxed for just a minute. According to the Team Liquid player database, he is the 3rd best non-Korean in the world. Let me go back to that. Okay, now you want to cooperate with me. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright. That being said, he is Chinese, no doubt. I don't know if he speaks English or not. It's not a stigma that I'm holding against him, but I do have a good suggestion for Max said if he were to take me up on it. It's a fair statement to say that Evil Geniuses is actually the best clan in America right now, the best competitive clan. That being said, they also have Suppy, and Suppy is ethnically Chinese. I remember I was talking with him in his chat room one day, and he said that his parents were both from China, and he could also read the characters that I was putting into his chat room. It's like when you've got 800 people watching you, and a lot of them are chit-chatting in your chat room. It's hard to grab your what do you call it? Your broadcaster's attention. So basically, I did something unique, and I started typing in characters, and he could read everything that I was punching in. I'm like, where do your parents come from in Shanghai? And he's like, oh yeah. Or where do your parents come from in China? And he says, yeah, Shanghai, Fujian. I'm like, cool, cool, cool. So that being said, Suppy basically, I think, could cover any communication problems between Max and the rest of the team. I'm not too sure of Suppy's personal experiences at the Battle.net World Championships. Thing is, it did start pretty late at night, and I didn't stay up all night for the entire thing. Regretfully, I did miss Sen making 4th place at the Battle.net World Championships. I was not awake for that, but I was awake in time to catch, I think it was Partying versus Creator Prime, if I'm not mistaken. I couldn't quite tell. But that's just what I think. As far as my own progress is going, I'm still casting the Asia StarCraft League, and pretty soon I'm going to be taking up the Neo TV StarCraft League. For those of you who don't know about that just yet, let me just go ahead and post the link right here. I think I got the wrong one, but here we go. I'm on TeamSpeak with some guys right now. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Come on, come on, come on. I think this is it. Alright, here we go, full screen. Let me go ahead and hit the play button. You guys can see what I'm talking about.
大家好，我是来自成都 AG 迅游战队的 YHY， 是一名同族选手。我觉得这次赛制的话，应该比上一届有趣的多。我肯定想被911选中，我们一个队好玩一点，不一定是最强的，但是争取能打出很精彩的比赛。我希望能今年拿到首个小分，线下赛首个小分。
随着 Love CD 的选择，6号选手也整装待发。不知道这位上赛季的冠军，他想组建一支怎样的梦之队呢？
组建一个就是最好能争夺团队赛第1名的这样的团队吧。就好比有4个实力差不多，但是其中有3个应该要稍强一点的这样。
Alright guys, so there it is. That is the Neo Star League. It's not the full trailer, but I'm sure I can find that very easily on Yoku. That was basically interviews with the players, brief ones at that. But let me see what I can find here. Alright. Great. This is basically a bunch of recorded games. This is not what I'm looking for. Let me try adding this on. Here we go. 韩国广告片. Okay, that's a Korean one. NBA. No. You know what? I think I have the thread open here somewhere. Let me see. Here we go. But I'm gonna go find that. And by the way, I think I'm going to call this Sinostarcraft, and this video anyway. And I'm basically going to give it a quarterly update. Right now the date is December 19th, 2012. So I'm just gonna I think make this the end of the year update. And frankly speaking, this is the first one. Funzu NSL video. Here we go. Great. NSL. Here we go. No, this is the epic trailer that I've been talking about with you guys this whole time. You have to pardon me as I did just wake up. I haven't even had time for a shower just yet. I really want to get into things, see where things are going. Presently I have... Oh, come on. What is this? What is this? Come on, cooperate. Why are you taking so long to load? Here we go. Okay, see, I just have to click on it again. And here we go. I'm going to try and see if I can watch this full screen. This is going to look amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's not a lot of StarCraft players in mainland China, but this looks amazing. Alright guys, so that was it. Looks like this is just a commercial that they're playing right now. Yeah, that didn't look familiar to me. But I mean, it absolutely looked amazing, didn't it guys? Come on. You gotta admit. As far as my own personal progress goes, I have made contacts with someone who can probably get me into streaming the NASL in Chinese. That would be great. It would be even better if I could find a way to set up a delayed stream. That way, even though you know people have to wait for the stream to kick on, I mean it's really not that much of a problem considering at the time that the NASL starts, most people in China are about to go to bed or are already sleeping. Adding to that, if I start a delayed stream, then basically that means 10 a.m. the next morning in China, everything gets started, and basically everything's ready to go. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Further personal progress, I've added a contact from DreamHack to my Skype friends list. I'm looking forward to having a little chit chat with him, see where we can go with things. And I do have a personal day job now, so basically I'll be saving personal funds for whatever I may need to on the side. And I'm looking forward to going back to Taiwan. I'm hoping I can go back to Taiwan this summer to stream the WCG 2011. excuse me, the WCS 2011 Taiwan Open. I mean, basically, you know, I'm hoping later on I could go to the Battle.net World Championships in Shanghai and see what's even more interesting is this contact that said he could get me in on the NASL. He said he also had people who could have sent me directly to Shanghai this year, a month and a half ago, when the Battle.net World Championships were actually taking place. So that being said, I'm actually, you know, I think this might be my lucky break. Presently, I've got 1,500 followers on my Twitch.tv channel, but the biggest problem is most of my followers are Chinese speakers. People in the Western world have no clue who I am. You know, that's just the way things crumble. The thing is, when it comes to esports, you have to bring something unique to the pool. You guys look at me, obviously I don't look Chinese. I speak Chinese, I can cast in Chinese, and I'm trying to branch out into other games as well because I heard that I would have full-time casting job security if I could. Oh man. I'm still looking for personal sponsorships, hardware sponsorships, paid sponsorships if possible. But there's just so much to take in right now. I'm just trying to take it in one day at a time. This is the first day in a long time that I've actually had a full day where I haven't had to cast anything. I haven't had to go to work, things like that. I don't have class. Of course, it's in the middle of Christmas break, and it's just, oh my god, it's just so mentally exhausting. You know, I'm kind of the go-to guy for the Chinese scene, sort of. Like, there's a lot of different things that attribute to this. I'm the first foreigner who speaks Chinese and casts in it. I have a lot of contacts. I have a fan page. If you guys are interested, I can go ahead and post my fan page in this Team Liquid blog if you guys are watching. And yeah, it's just been one hell of a ride so far, guys. I want to thank everyone who's been supporting me. I really want to thank everyone in Taiwan who's been supporting me. I want to thank everyone with ESL that allowed me to cast for their events. I want to thank everyone with MSI that allowed me to cast for their events. That was actually my first lucky breakthrough. I peaked at 2,600 viewers with the MSI Pro World Cup because Sen was in it, as well as Love CD. Love CD is actually Sky's little brother. It's just like, there's so many different pros, I don't know how else to say it. It's just so much to cover and so little time to do it, but this has basically been Sinostarcraft for the Q4 of 2012. I'm looking forward to doing the next one in February, and I'm hoping there will be a lot of big news to update with. I'm not sure how long this video has been recording for, but I will upload it to YouTube and post it to my TeamLiquid.net blogs. Thanks everyone for joining me. Comment and subscribe to my channel. Add me as a friend on Facebook. That's facebook.com/BreakerSC2. And I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this segment. I'll see you guys next time.